Good morning. Back on another car camping road trip. We're actually in Calais, Maine right now, right before the border with Canada. In fact, we're looking at Canada right over there. So today's Labor Day weekend. So we're getting our Saturday morning started early here at 8 a.m. Going to continue forward, and we're spending this weekend in Fundy National Park. But today on our way up to finish the drive, we'll stop in St. John and have a little bit of fun exploring there. Ready?
Yep. And just across the river is the entrance into Canada. Breakfast.
Still making our way up, but we just entered the St. John area, so we crossed the border and everything as you saw. And now we're at the Stonehammer Geopark.
It is the first established geopark in North America.
It's pretty cool. And this is the Reversing Falls Bridge that we're on. The observation deck thing over here isn't open until 10, and it's like a little past 9. We're not gonna wait for it, but nothing crazy, but nice little view. All right, we're gonna check out this little, not even a trail, it's just a little walk down to a viewing platform. Look at all these flowers. There's Queen Anne's lace everywhere in these guys. So just a moment ago, we were right up there. Now we're down here. Kind of mesmerized by all these little whirlpool things that are forming from the current. Hey!
I filmed that.
Strolling through St. John right now. Some stuff's still not open, but we actually just checked out this furniture store, home goods store called Tuck. And it's actually really cool. It's an old post office building that they converted into the showroom. Really cool stuff. It's like a IKEA, but nicer and cooler and different rooms and stuff. It's super cool. All right, now we're checking out Market Square. Join the mural. Let's see your pose. Or join the art installation. This place is pretty cool. It's like an indoor mall. There's a public library up here, and then we were wondering why everybody was selling sea glass products and thought it was just, everybody sells the same commodity, but it's a sea glass festival. That's why. And that's City Hall. Cool. Onward. The main attraction, St. John City Market. This is pretty cool on the wall. They have a bunch of firsts here at St. John. First Miss Canada was at St. John. It's pretty cool on these produce boxes. You can see who packed it. Our last stop in St. John is this vintage store. It's supposed to be open already at 11. So it's a clothing store, a tattoo studio, and a barbershop. And those places are open at 11. But apparently the clothing store doesn't open until 12, even though
Not clear at all.
it's not clear.
Yeah.
Whatever, that's fine then. We won't be coming back because we got to get going, but onward. We are nearing the national park. We found this little ice cream spot, McCabe's. We saw a little sign that said homemade ice cream, so we thought we would check it out.
We got 2 scoops for $9 Canadian, which is $6.67 US. We got maple cream, which is melting quickly, and raspberry, red raspberry. And this guy has been making it for years, like almost 30 years. And he runs this shop. His name is James. He's really nice, and he told us all about ice cream and milk, and told us that a lot of commercially made ice creams have whey powder added in to make it more voluminous. But then when it crystallizes in the freezer, the texture changes. But this is really good. It's so smooth.
We just checked into our Point Wolf campsite and they gave us a free bag for firewood because they don't want you to bring your own because you could bring like insects and stuff. And so they charge you a fee and you can get as much firewood as you want. They have this little chopper and I kind of honestly just want to chop it for fun. It's like probably fine as is, but.
This is part 2 of coconut. What are you angry about, Eric?
Nothing.
You did it. It's cracked.
Get down there. This is gonna be better.
That's the idea, right? Nice.
Hey, that was fun.
This is so fun. Yeah. Soft and dry.
Some of these are
It
definitely
smells really good in
not.
here.
Definitely not fully dry. Go, go. Almost there. Keep going. Boom. Come on, it's almost there. Go. Harder. Okay, it's basically done. It's basically done. It's basically done. Kind of been eager to get out and about, you know, been driving for a while. So, I'm gonna go ahead and do some hiking. We're gonna do Dixon Falls. It's a loop. It's like 30, 45 minutes, kilometer and a half.
This trail is basically fully paved with boardwalks, these wooden boardwalks, and it is marked as moderate, although I would argue it's probably on the easier side because you don't have to deal with the roots and the rocks. It's just that there's a little bit of an incline.
All right, all the way up. That's the falls. We are currently walking through Hopewell Rocks Provincial Park, and it's really a place here in the Bay of Fundy area that when you look up Fundy and Fundy National Park, what it's really known for and why it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site is because when the tide is low, so when it's low tide, the water recedes a lot to the point where you can actually walk across what's technically the ocean floor at some points. Hopewell Rocks Provincial Park being one of them, St. Martin's Sea Caves being the other main one, which you actually were planning on doing today, but logistically we ended up making this work, which was a little bit more attractive to us. And so low tide today is at 5:30 p.m. We're a little bit early, about 30 minutes to an hour early, but of course that's the lowest point of the low tide. So we're hoping that if the information we asked around about was correct, it should be pretty low right now and we should be able to walk on to the muddy floor soon.
Wow, it is soft down here. What do you think?
I don't know, kind of cool. Keep going.
It's cool.
It's not too muddy yet, but.
Yeah.
All right, this is the rock structures that everybody sees online. We are here. We have reached the mood. Oh, it's like, oh, that one's, oh, it's actually, that color is crazy. It's wild, especially as you're driving over here. Hope you can hear me, it's pretty windy. And just to show you, so it's low tide now, but high tide, you can see the water line, it kind of rises up all the way over there. So quite a bit. Like we would be completely submerged right now. Better comparison, although this is like a different part of the park further down, but look, like there's Grace, but then the water line would be up there at least. That's wild. Exploring, plopped out onto another portion of the park apparently. I just see how far we can keep walking. It's pretty nice. They have this foot washing and cleaning area and they really thought it out. They got hoses, they got little scrubbers, hand scrubbers. All right, for dinner we're having this place Fundy Takeout. We got ourselves a seafood platter. Came out to 50 Canadian. Dinner back at the campsite. Met our neighbor Charles. Look at this fat platter. We got shrimp, we got scallops, we got lobster, we got haddock, we got french fry, we got clam, we got hungry stomachs. Let's eat. With the help of our neighbor Charles, we have fire. Good morning. Sunday, and you can see it's a little rainy. Woke up to some pretty heavy rain. It's a little bit better now. Should get a little bit better throughout the day, but it is supposed to rain for quite a few hours. Didn't really check the forecast because we were hustling around, pretty busy yesterday. But I think we're still gonna trek along with our plan. We're gonna do some hikes. It's not too bad right now, so brush up our teeth, get the day started, and let's go explore more of Fundy National Park. For those who may be wondering about the facilities, well, this is the Point Wolf campground in Fundy. 2 stalls, 2 urinals, 3 sinks, and then 2 shower areas. Ooh, pretty nice. Nothing crazy, but everything you need. Filling you guys in, we did do one more thing last night, right before we went to bed, and it was basically like a stargazing session here at Fundy National Park with not astronomers, but there's several guys who were basically hobbyists who have these really cool telescopes that allow you to see certain things. One of them, for example, had his pointed at Saturn, and I learned about these devices because you can like click a button on these telescopes and they basically pan to whatever. I learned about some of these new technologies where they basically stack the photos almost like a long exposure in photography, but we couldn't get any clips because you couldn't use anything that wasn't a red light. So I got a couple pictures with my iPhone, which obviously don't do it justice, but it's by far the most stars that Grace or I have ever seen looking up into the night sky, and it was really just overall extremely fascinating. I'm really happy that we got to do it. We were talking about it the whole time before we fell asleep last night. For breakfast, we're trying out the spot Kelly's Bake Shop, where they're known for the sticky bun. Been here for over 40 years here in Alma. Oh, there they are, the sticky buns.
We got a coconut oatmeal cookie and a sticky bun for $6.60 Canadian. Let's try it.
How's it?
Not too sweet. I don't really taste the coconut. Mostly oatmeal. It's like an oatmeal-based cookie, but
on the drier side, which I was a little worried about. Honestly.
It's good.
Okay, sticky bun. What they're famous for. Some guy walked in there and he said, "Can I have 2 cinnamon rolls?" And I was like, bruh, it says sticky bun all over the store.
This is better.
Whoa.
More moist, it's sweet, it's fluffy.
And airy.
That's really good.
Grace is inside using the restroom, but we also decided to get some chili, protein, something a little bit heartier since we're gonna have ourselves a decent sized hike. Here we are at the trailhead. You can see it says Moosehorn here. This one says Laverty Falls. We're actually gonna combine the 2 together to do a big loop. Take us about 3 hours. 4 waterfalls on the hike was recommended by the lady at the park headquarters, with the last one over here being the tallest waterfall in the park. Ready?
Yeah.
Waterfall number 1.
Did you just dip your head in? This looks like an amazing swim spot. Holy cow.
Laverty Falls. There it is. And here it is from the top. Back at Fundy Takeout for lunch because we couldn't decide on anything and it's raining, so this is easiest, but Grace ordered. We got grilled chicken, sandwich, and a burger. More food.
We're taking a shorter hike that's near our campground since it's raining right now.
We did the Point Wolf Beach Trail. Oh, you know what? It's very rocky and not a lot of water, but this view is kind of cool over here that goes into the ocean. That's wild. We haven't noticed that there's literally a old style telephone right there, telephone booth. That's crazy. New Brunswick Tel. Maybe for emergencies?
Yeah.
We're at the Muddy Rudder restaurant. We got ourselves a grilled chicken Caesar wrap because we're not super hungry, so we're just gonna split that. but a little tired. It's kind of late to have a meal. This is actually closing. It's actually past 9, so I think they're technically closed, but we're gonna get takeout. And we had some success. We came back from showering, and our fire that didn't become a full-fledged fire was embering, and all of a sudden it sputtered up. And now our wood's a little dry, so we're gonna go back and hope we can start the fire up, have our wrap, call it a night.
Back at the campsite, and we're now eating our grilled chicken Caesar wrap. We replaced the fries with rice, and we also have coleslaw in here, and we have the grilled chicken and lettuce and sauce all inside the wrap. And let's try it. Good. Good morning, and goodbye, Fundy National Park.
Grace's first time trying Tim Hortons. It's our breakfast.
That's a real egg. I'm shocked Duncan is not. We're now on our way back home. It'll be a total of 9.5 hours, and we're about 1 hour from the border into Maine. We had a really great weekend despite the unique weather challenges. Our favorite activity, which we did do when the sky was clear, which we got lucky for, was the night sky party at Herring Cove. And one thing that we didn't do, but we had planned to do, was the Fundy Trail Parkway and stopping out all the sites. So we'll definitely have to go back another time. Thank you so much for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in our next travel vlog. Bye. Bye.